All right, play the intro again.
It's time for Dixie State University Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 KXDS Santa Clara. DSU Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 is brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer. We hear you. And now, it's time for DSU Athletics. Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and the sound of the bat is alive and well here in St. George, Utah for another great afternoon of Trailblazer Baseball here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Hello, everyone. I'm Martin Kelly. Welcome you into another great afternoon of Trailblazer Baseball here as the Trailblazers of Dixie State will be taking on the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene. Yesterday, these two teams matched up in a great pitchers duel that ended up with the Trailblazers winning by one run of a score of 3-2 with Jaden Murray on the mound again for the second time this year. Had a solid 7 innings with 5 strikeouts, 3 hits, and only giving up 2 runs, with Brandon Bonner coming up with the second save of the season with 2 Ks at the top of the ninth to save the game. And the offense, man, took off yesterday. Brody Clifford had the first run of the game yesterday at the bottom of the first with an error to start the scoring for the Trailblazers. And after that, Jake Engel scored on a ground-out double to score the second run for the Trailblazers. And then to gather the lead, Jake Engel went out of the park with a home run yesterday at the bottom of the sixth to give the team the win for the day. That was what it all took. For the Nazarenes, they had a great outing by Blake McFadden. Their first game out this season, he gave them a solid 6 innings with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits, 3 earned runs in that game. The offense for the Nighthawks had Jesse Hilliard hitting a home run at the top of the second. And then in the fourth inning, Kyle Redford grounded out, allowing Parker Price to score on a ground-out double. That led to them taking the lead 2-1. Dixie State took the lead after that, made the game 3-2. Dixie State walks away with the win. For the Trailblazers, they come into this game 4-1 already this season. A true test for them will be in a month when they hit the Power Max schedule. Last night, they proved that they can get their offense off the ground, score some runs, have a closer come in, end the game, finish it off for them. They finished the game with a heroic win yesterday and a great way for the Trailblazers to take off. For the Nighthawks, it was a good outing for them, but just could not get the job done. In that sense, the Trailblazers shut them down in every single way in that game. It was just a beauty of a game. Let's get you the starting lineups here for the Hawks. Rocco Ferrari is going to be starting as shortstop. Michael Holtz will be in left field, number 33. Bryce Parker is going to be at second base, number 3. Kyle Redford will be at third base. Jesse Hilliard will be in right field. Sean Graham is going to be at first base. Lawrence Chapman is their designated hitter. Ben Johnson is going to be the catcher. And Bennett Tabakari will be their center fielder, with Preston Haney on the mound today for the Trailblazers. Preston Haney gets here ready. He's already got a 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here at the top of the first. Preston Haney looking at his second pitch. We're going to get you the starting lines for Dixie State just here in a minute. Haney throws another one. That's going to be on the outside of the plate on the right side. It'll be 2-0 in the count here. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs here. Still at the top of the first. Haney ready for the third pitch. Throws it in there. He's going to get a strike on the third pitch. Good pitch inside. Is now with 2 balls and 1 strike on the count. Haney, his debut this year as a right-handed pitcher. He's got a little bit of a funky throw. And a ball in. It's going to be 3-1 on the count. Dixie State in their all-white jerseys with red trimming, blue lettering. The Nighthawks in their all-black with gray shorts. As Rocco's going to foul one off to the left side here. He'll end up in the Nighthawks dugout. Ferrari was 1 for 3 yesterday in a game as the leadoff man. Plays shortstops today. Haney's going to get one, and he's going to walk Rocco Ferrari on the first one. Rocco Ferrari is going to take first base with Michael Holtz, number 8, playing left field today, walking up to the box. Haney got behind in the count, could not catch up there. Tried to get it back in his favor, could not finish it off. Ferrari's got a good lead off of first. Haney will probably look over there to try to keep him there. Haney will throw this in, and it's going to end up a ball again. He's going to be behind in the count with a 1-0. One ball, no strikes, no outs here. Start of the top of the first. Rocco Ferrari on the walk is over at first base. Again, he's got a good little lead off. Fanny throws it in there, and it's going to be a strike on the second call. He's going to get a 1-1 here on the count. Again, if you're just tuning in here, Dixie State Trailblazers, Northwest Nazarene here at Bruce Hurst Field for the 11:30 baseball game here. Haney is the starting pitcher for Dixie State. He's got Rocco Ferrari on first after a walk. And Holtz is going to knock it over to second, but he can't gather it up. He'll throw it over to first, and we'll get the out there. Michael Holtz will be out at first. Cannot make the double play. Rocco Ferrari is going to be safe at second. Parker Price playing second base today is up now. Third in the lineup. Scored one of the runs for Northwest Nazarene yesterday of a ground out double in the fourth. Rocco's got a good lead off a second. Haney might think about throwing over there to keep him there. Haney throws it, and it's going to be in the dirt. One ball, no strikes, one out here at the top of the first already. Parker Price might have the green light if he gets a good pitch here to knock it over second base and try to get Ferrari over. Ferrari's 120 feet away from home plate. Fanny throws it in there and is going to get a strike on the second call. 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out here to start off for the Trailblazers here. Preston Haney, his 2019 start here, as a junior. Haney throws it in there, it'll be in the dirt again. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Haney has fallen in the count already 3 times today. This is the only third batter of the lineup so far. He's already up to about 10 pitches here. Haney throws it in there, and Price is going to knock it over to second base. Over to first and out. Parker Price is going to be out at first, but Rocco Ferrari is going to be at third with 2 outs on the board already. Kyle Redford is going to try to get this over the infield and try to get into the outfield, get Rocco Ferrari over. Redford was 2 of 4 yesterday in the game between Dixie State and Northwest Nazarene. Had himself a good day. Did have a strikeout in the second yesterday. Haney. Ferrari's got a good lead off of third. Haney throws it in. Ferrari thought about going, he didn't. He's gonna step back on third base. Redford is up to bat. He does have Jesse Hilliard, who had the home run yesterday, sitting on deck. Haney throws it in. It's going to be outside again. 2-0 is the count here for Haney. Might be some earlier jitters. Not sure. Haney's got to calm himself down here. He's been behind in the count all 4 batters this inning. Haney throws it in there, and Redford's going to get it off to center field, and that's going to just get down. Rocco Ferrari is going to score 1 run in here to make it 1-0 for the Nighthawks. Kyle Redford is going to be safe at first. With Jesse Hilliard coming up to bat here, playing right field today. Had a home run in the top of the second yesterday to tie this game up at 1-1 yesterday. First home run of the season for Jesse Hilliard yesterday. Redford does have a good lead off of first, and he goes. Stutzman does not get it in there in time. Kyle Redford's going to steal second base, and he's going to be safe. Haney. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here with Kyle Redford standing on second. Thinking about stealing third, does not go. Haney's going to throw it into the dirt yet again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Already a run on the board for the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene as they lead this game 1-0 here, with only 1 hit on the board. Haney ready for the 16th pitch of this inning. And Jesse Hilliard knocks one off. It'll foul off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs coming up here for Jesse Hilliard. Haney trying to calm himself down. He's got some jitters in him. Studman trying to do everything he can to make sure his pitcher is staying with him and trying to get the ball over the plate and trying to get strikes. Just 1 strike away from ending this inning. Haney's going to step off, make sure Kyle Redford gets back to second base so he doesn't think about stealing. The infield is about at where they're supposed to be. Center field is shifted over a little to the right side, so did right field. And center field is left field is staying right where they have to be. Haney ready with the pitch. Throws it in there, and it's going to be a ball. 2-2. Throw a little slider there, trying to get the call. Did not get it. Haney ready with the pitch. Redford over at second, and Haney gets him back. Hilliard probably does have the green light to get something over, just something over the pond here. Try to get Redford back. Hilliard throws it in the dirt, and Redford's gonna go to third, and he's gonna steal his third base here. Second stolen base of this inning already. Kyle Redford steals. Excuse me, the second stolen base. No, I'm right. Third stolen base of this inning. Kyle Redford steals second and now steals third. Haney, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Kyle Redford's going to swing out and strike out the inning here at the top of the first. Nighthawks lead this game 1-0 here early in this one. Rocco Ferrari with the RBI here at the top of the first. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Don't touch that dial.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I volunteer with United.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Bruce Hurst Field here for a great outing of Dixie State men's baseball between Northwest Nazarene and the Trailblazers of Dixie State. Northwest Nazarene, the Nighthawks, have an early lead here after only half of 1 inning. Bottom of the first, Northwest Nazarene has a 1-0 lead here with only 1 hit in this game. They had 1 walk. They had 3 stolen bases in that half inning here. Cooper Webster, the starting pitcher for the Nighthawks, his college debut today. He is going to be the pitcher today for the Nighthawks. As number 24, Tyler Hollow, playing second baseman, is going to walk into the box here. He's on the left side. Webster throws it in. He's going to get a strike on the first call. A little inside pitch there. Webster's got a little bit of a funky throw as Hollow takes a swing on the second pitch and strikes there. Reminds me a little bit of an R.A. Dickey type throw here. Webster's got a pretty mean fastball here as he's already thrown 2 of them over the plate and he's got 2 swings as he's ahead in the count with an 0-2. Webster, third pitch, high and mighty on that one is 1-2 on the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here at the bottom of the first for the Trailblazers here as they try to get this game tied up as they're down 1-0 to the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene. Webster ready for the fourth pitch. Throws it in there, and Hollow's going to foul that off to the left side. It is going to land in the parking lot. Lucky souvenir for any fan who's waiting out there. Tyler Howell was 1 for 3 yesterday in the outing yesterday. Webster, fifth pitch here, and it's going to be inside, and it's going to be a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here for Tyler Howell. He's going to be looking for a third pitch as number 7, Bryce Feist, is on deck. Hollow. Is ready with a pitch. Webster, 6th pitch of this at bat. Webster's ready, throws it in there, and Hollow just fouls that off right there. 2-2 still with no outs. 7th pitch at bat for this one. Hollow throws it in there, and it's going to be high. It's going to be 3-2. Webster ready for the 8th pitch in this at bat here. Throws it in there, and Hollow's going to knock one over to second base. Robert's going to throw it over, and it's going to get in time there. Hollow's going to be out at first. Bryce Feist is going to walk up now to the box. He's on the right side. He's playing third base today. Played third base yesterday as well. Was 1 for 4 yesterday. Webster already with pitches in this inning already. Throws in there, and it's going to be a strike on the first call. Webster, the second pitch in this at bat. Throws it in there, it's going to get away, and that's going to be in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here for the Trailblazers. Webster ready with the third pitch. Throws it in there, and Feist is going to foul that one off to the right side into the parking lot again. Second ball fouled off here. Feist behind in the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Webster. Webster throws one in there, and Feist is going to get one. No. He is out on that one. Left fielder Michael Holst came running all the way over from his position and made the catch in time. Excuse me, not Michael Holst. Jesse Hilliard playing right field. He went and ran over, got that one in time, but it looked like it was going to stay down. It did not. Number 27, Lance Pritchard, is going to walk into the box now. Webster ready with that one. There's going to be a ball there out of the catcher's mitt. 1-0 is the count. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here. As Pritchard's going to get one in there, he's going to get a little single there. He's going to stay at first. That's the first hit of the day for the Trailblazers here. As number 34, Jake Engel with the home run yesterday. Jake Engel scored 2 runs yesterday in the game between the Nighthawks and Northwest Nazarene. Had a ground out single, scored off of that. And then in the bottom of the 6th had the home run that gave the Dixie State the lead in that one. And that was just about it. That's all the Dixie State Trailblazers needed. Webster. Scott Pritchard who's got a little lead off there, but no. Engel's going to swing at the first strike. He's going to be 0-1 in the count. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here for the Trailblazer. Pritchard's 180 feet away from home. Let's see if Engel can get him in a better position to score a run here. Webster Goes in there, and Angle's going to swing at the second pitch there. Two hard swings by Angle, trying to knock him out of the park here early. Webster goes in there, and Angle just fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for Angle. Pritchard is off at first. Pritchard might have the green light on this one still. He's got a good little lead off of first. Webster is looking over there. Does not throw it over there, and Angle's just going to take a ball on this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs is what Angle is looking at. Angle. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. This at bat. This is the 7th pitch at bat. Webster throws it over to first, and he's out. Lance Pritchard is going to be out at the pickoff by Webster there. That's going to end the inning. Dixie State's going to end the bottom of the first with no runs, as Northwest Nazarene is going to lead it into the top of the second with 1 run. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back.
My name is Tom.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3, live here at Bruce Hurst Field, as we have a great outing today between the Trailblazers of Dixie State and the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene. Northwest Nazarene has an early 1-0 lead here at the top of the second here. Rocco Ferrari scored the 1 run earlier off a single there by Kyler Redford. He's got the credit for the 1 RBI, as Sean Grandman is going to step into the box here. He's playing first base here at the top of the second here. Preston Haney is the pitcher today for Dixie State. It is his debut this season for the Trailblazers. Haney ready with the pitch, and Red is going to be out there. Sean Grandman singled it right over to center field in time for Jagan Levitt. That'll be the out there. Lawrence Chapman, number 13, is playing designated hitter for the Nighthawks today. Was 1 for 3 in yesterday's outing. As Haney's going to throw one in there, it's going to be a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here already for the Trailblazers. In good position for Haney to get a quick 1-2-3 here. Haney ready with the second pitch, and it's going to be a little outside. That's going to be a ball. One ball, 1 strike for Lawrence Chapman. Ben Johnson is on deck. Haney throws it in there, and Chapman is going to want it over to second base, going to get over to first, and he's going to be out there. Ground out there for Lawrence Chapman. That's how his first at-bat's going to end. Ben Johnson, the catcher for this Nighthawks team, is coming up to bat. Haney gets it in here, and it's going to be an 0-1. It's going to be a 1-0 count, 1 ball. Haney is out behind the count. He's been behind the count for the last... This is the 8th at bat. He's been behind the count for 6 of them. What a pitcher wants to do is get ahead of the count when he has no balls and a couple of strikes, but when he's behind the count, it's balls and no strikes. And Johnson's going to foul one off to the right side of the field. Haney's going to try to, get himself calmed down. He looks a little bit more relaxed after that struggling first inning there with the 3 stolen bases and a walk. Haney throws it in there. It's going to be in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Henny already reaching over the 20 pitch mark here. Henny goes in there. Johnson's going to foul that one off, but it's going to go into the grandstands. Two balls, two strikes, two outs here for Brandon Henny. Preston Henny. Gotta learn these names. Henny ready with the pitch. And Johnson's gonna foul that one off again. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Dixie State is trailing Northwest Nazarene 1-0 here. Henny goes in there, and Johnson's going to set that over to shortstop. He's going to get over in time, and that's going to be the last out here. Ben Johnson's going to be the last out here. Quick 1, 2, 3 outs here to start off the top of the second. Dixie State's got another chance at the bottom of the second to get this game tied up. Northwest Nazarene leads this game 1-0. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Don't touch that dial.
Russell Wilson here with play 60.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live in the beautiful Bruce Hertz Field here as the Northwest Nazarene lead the Trailblazers of Dixie State 1-0 here already. We're at the top of the second, bottom of the second here. So I try to get everything right. Cooper Wester went through one inning with only one hit in that one. He is going to try to do it again as Jake Engel was up to bat last time, but Lance Pritchard got picked off at first. Jake Engel is back in the box yet again. Again, yesterday he had one run on a ground out double yesterday and then had the home run in the bottom of the sixth to give Dixie State the lead and the win. Webster ready with the pitch. It's going to be a strike there on the first one. 0-1 is the count. Engel played first base yesterday. He's playing designated hitter today. Definitely a strategy of Dixie State that they want to keep him fresh and keep him the big time hitter on this lineup. He's batting in the cleanup spot today in the fourth position. Engel's going to try to make some magic here on his own. Webster ready with a third pitch. Just 1 ball, 1 strike. Is going to be in the dirt there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Webster is behind in the count. Webster almost reaching the 20 pitch mark here. He's at 14. Webster ready with the pitch. That's going to be out. Webster looking over at second, trying to keep Engel over there. Engel will get back to the bag. Epson looks at a 1-0 count here with 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here. Engel's got a good lead off of second. Webster's going to try to keep him there. Nobody's over there for a pickoff, so no. Webster's going to throw it, and Epson's going to swing at the second pitch there. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. 1 ball, 1 strikes, no outs here for Braxton Epson at his first at bat of the day. Webster throws it in there, and Epson's going to pop one up. It's going to go over to third base, and that's going to be the out there. Kyler Redford's going to catch that one and bring out the first out for Dixie State. Cade Urban, who's playing the left field today, is going to try to get Jake Engel over. He's still over at second. Jake Engel led off with a double, waiting to about the right center field position. Cade Urban didn't play in yesterday's game either, as he takes a strike there. 0-1 in the count already. Cade Urban looking at it. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Webster throws it in there. Cade Urban gets it over to the pitcher. Webster didn't see it. Webster throws it over to first, and he's going to get the out, but Jake Engel is going to get over to third. Cooper Webster felt that pitch come over to him. He thought it got behind him over to the second base. Saw it late and then got it over to first base in time. Kay Sperling, who's playing catcher today, didn't play in yesterday's game either. Engel is only 90 feet away from scoring a run here for Dixie State. Sperling trying to get him over, and he's going to foul the first pitch off to the left side. Webster already over to the 25 pitch mark as Engel tests him. A little bit of a move, and Sperling's going to foul off another one here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here is what Sperling is looking at. Again, Jake Engel is only 90 feet away from home. Engel's got a good lead off of third. Webster going to try to keep him there as Sperling's going to strike out the inning here, leaving Jake Engel at third, not be able to get him over at home. That is how the bottom of the second is going to end. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Don't touch that dial.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Bruce Hurst Field for the Trailblazers of Dixie State are taking on the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene. Nighthawks have an early 1-0 lead here to the top of the third here. As they take a commanding lead. First, they scored, the Nighthawks Northwest Nazarene scored on a single in the first inning. Rocco Ferrari got the run in. Kyle Redford got credit for the RBI on that one as he had a little single, and they stole two bases in that inning as well. But Preston Haney was able to keep it under control and only allow 1 run to get over. Bennett Tapakari, I'm just going to call him that. With 23 playing center field today, is up at bat. Haney throws it in there, and it's going to be a strike on the first pitch here. No balls, 1 strike, no outs here to start the top of the third here already. Haney throws it in for the second one, and Kari is going to take a swing and a miss on the second one. It's going to be no balls, 2 strikes here for Haney in his favor. The head of the count. They're just tuning in. Dixie State Trailblazers are taking on Northwest Nazarene here at Bruce Hurst Field. As Kari is going to swing out a strikeout. It's going to be the first strikeout of the afternoon for Haney. Rocco Ferrari, who walked his last time up, got the run in for Northwest Nazarene, is what gives them the lead here for a 1-0 lead. Haney in a good favorable position as he gets 1 quick 3-strike easy out there to start off this inning. As Rocco Ferrari is going to swing at the pitch and go 0-1 on the count. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Haney. And Ferrari's going to foul one off over to third. It's going to stay foul. Had a moment there to be fair. Bryce Heiss all over that one just in case it did. Haney now ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Haney throws it in there, and Rocco Ferrari is going to foul one off again to the left side. Haney already reaching about the 25 pitch mark here. And this one to start with, as he's already been through 2 innings. As Rocco Ferrari is going to strike out there, and that's going to be the second strikeout there of this inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Preston Haney. Haney's got himself somewhat in the groove here. Haney struggled in the first 2 innings, giving up 3 stolen bases in the first and a run. Second inning, he was able to get under a little bit more control. He's only given up 1 hit since the first. He's already on the top of the third with 2 outs here. As Michael Holtz is going to walk into the box. He grounded out his last time at the first. He was the one that got Rocco Ferrari over to third, as Holtz is going to knock one up. And Ibsen at first is going to come down with the out. That is how this top of the third is going to end here. 2 strikeouts, 1 pop-up fly That is how Preston Haney's going to end that inning right there. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Bruce Hurst Field as Nighthawks and Northwest Nazarene lead the Trailblazers of Dixie State here with a 1-0 lead here at the bottom of the third. Alex Flemitakis walks up to the box here. He's on the right side. He's going to lead it off for the Trailblazers here at the bottom of the third. Had himself a good day yesterday. Got a hit yesterday and a walk. That's what ate up his day. That's cool. As Webster's going to throw one in there and got it there for a strike. Flemitakis tried to put a bunt down. Webster had an account with an 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, no outs here to start at the bottom of the third. Webster throws it in there, and it's going to be a little high there. It's going to be a ball. Webster's going to throw it in there, and again, it's going to be another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Webster throws it in here. Flemitakis is going to take another ball. It's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike here in the count. Webster is behind. Flemitakis is 1 ball away from taking a walk. Webster ready with the pitch, and Flemitakis is going to single one out to right field there, and Flemitakis is going to be safe there. That is how the third inning is going to start for the Trailblazers. Jagan Levitt, playing center field today, is going to be the second one at bat. Flemitakis is over at first. Does have a good little lead up there. Webster's going to try to keep him there, as Webster's already over the 30 pitch mark here in this one. Webster throws it in there, and Levitt tried to put a bunt there to get Flemitakis over to second. It did not work. No balls, 1 strike, no outs here, as Flemitakis was safe on a little single over to right field. He's standing at first. Flemitakis. Webster looks over, throws it over there, safe. Webster does have 1 credit for an out earlier today. Got Pritchard on a little pickoff move earlier in the first. Let's see if he gets Flemitakis. Levitt waiting for the pitch. Webster throws it over there again. Does not work. That's a second pickoff throw he's throwing over there. Both times Flemitakis was able to get back to the bag. Flemitakis does have a little sizable lead off of first. Webster still looking over there to try to keep him there. Webster throws it in there. And Levitt puts a little bunt down, and Webster's going to throw over to first, and Levitt's going to be out on a little sacrifice bunt. Flemitakis is going to get over to second. Tyler Hollow back off to start off here, back at the top of the order here. Hollow, Feist, and Pritchard are upcoming. Hollow will step into the box as Heights is on deck. Flemitakis is over at second. He does have another sizable lead off of second here, as Webster looks over there to try to keep him there. Webster throws it in there, and Hollow pops one over to left field. Redford looking over, and he gets it in time. Hollow going to do a little fly out, and that's how his third inning is going to end. Bryce Feist is going to walk up here. Had a fly out his last time up at bat, and at the bottom of the first. Under Tyler Howell grounded out. Feist has Flemitakis on second. He's going to try to get him over here. Webster throws it in here. Feist is going to take a strike on the first pitch. Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Hopefully we're back on the air here. Had a little moment of lapse as Dixie State has got this game all tied up here, 1-1. Still at the bottom of the third here as Webster throws one in there for the Jake Engel, who doubled in the second. Feist single one over, got Flemitakis over as Engel will swing one here 0 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Engel has 2 on here, trying to extend the lead here. Webster trying to get out of this inning with only 1 run as a damage. Webster. Engel's going to swing one over to left field and is going to get down. 1 run is going to score in time. Yes, Bryce Feist is going to score that. Jake Engel is going to get credit for that RBI. Dixie State's going to take a 2-1 lead here at the bottom of the 3rd. Braxton Ibsen is going to walk up to the box now. He had a fly out his last time up at the 2nd. He has Lance Pritchard on at 2nd and Jake Engel on at 1st. As Webster gets ahead in the count, he's got an 0-2 here. 2 runs, 5 hits for Dixie State. 4 hits coming in this inning already here alone, as they've taken the lead back as they were down by 1 run here at the bottom of the 3rd, and they've taken it back. 1 run and only 1 hit for Northwest Nazarene, as Ibsen is going to strike out there, and that's how that inning is going to end here. Ibsen ends the inning with a strikeout here. Dixie State got 2 runs here at the bottom of the 3rd. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more. Don't touch that dial.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Bruce Hurst Field, where Dixie State has a 2-1 lead here at the top of the 4th, as Bryce Parker is going to be the second baseman. He's going to lead it off for the Nighthawks, Northwest Nazarene here. Preston Haney's been through 3 good innings here. Good 3 solid innings. Gave up 1 run in the 1st. Since then, the Nighthawks have been scoreless, only getting 1 hit. Since then, Haney has calmed themselves down since that 1st inning of jitters. Haney throws one in there, and it's going to be a ball to start off it. Haney has got 1 ball and no strikes here behind the count. As Flimatakis is going to get over there, it's going to throw it over to 1st, and in time, Parker Price is going to be out on the ground out. 1 out here to start at the top of the 4th. Kyle Redford, this 3rd baseman, had a single and a stolen base at the top of the 3rd. Has not been up since. As Haney has kept the Nighthawks pretty quiet here, as Redford will swing at the 1st pitch here. 0-1 in the count to start off. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here for Haney. Haney swings it, and Redford is going to swing it over to 3rd, and it's going to go down as a foul. Haney has got no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Working with some magic, as Redford's going to shot one over to Flimatakis. Flimatakis is going to get over to Ibsen, and that's going to be the out there. 2 back-to-back ground outs for the Nighthawks. Kyle Redford was credited with the only run batted in here for the Nighthawks, as he got Rocco Ferrari over at the top of the 1st. But since then, the Nighthawks have been quiet, as Jesse Hilliard is playing right field today. Swings at 1 and is going to foul off to the left side, and struck out his last time up at the 1st. Was the last out of that half inning there for the Nighthawks. Hilliard was credited with 1 home run yesterday. That got the game tied up yesterday. Haney throws in here, and Redford's going to swing at the 2nd pitch. Haney's going to step off there, gather himself back up. He's got no balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here with a 2-1 lead. He's going to go a little high with that one there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Haney goes in there, and Redford swings one up, a little fly ball. Looks like Flimatakis is going to go over there, deliver it to his left side, and he's going to gather it up. 2 ground outs, 1 fly ball is how the Red Hawks are going to end the top of the 4th there, with the Trailblazers coming up here to put even more points on the board as they lead it 2-1 here in this early one. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
My name is Tom.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 here at Bruce Hurst Field. Kate Urban is going to lead it off for the Trailblazers here. Kate Urban grounded out last time at the second. He's in the box on the left side with a 2-1 lead as Webster's ready with the pitch here. Throws it in there. It's going to be a ball on the first pitch. 2-1 is the lead for Dixie State. They have 5 hits in this one. 2 runs were scored in last inning. So Urban's going to take another pitch. It's going to be a little outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Webster throws it there, and it's going to be another ball. 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Webster. And it's going to walk Urban. Kate Sperlin is going to walk up to the box now. He struck out his last time in. Has a favorable chance here to get Urban over to second if he can. Urban's got a good little lead off there at first. Webster looks over there, does not throw it there. As Sperlin looks at it, looks at a strike. Sperlin behind the count, no balls, 1 strike. As Webster throws it over to first, and Urban is in time. Again, if you're just tuning in, Dixie State leading this one 2-1 here. Nighthawks got a RBI single in the first to give them the 1-0 run. And then the bottom of the third, Dixie State had back-to-back singles, RBI singles to give them the lead for 2-1. Webster did pick off Pritchard earlier in the first. That's what ended the first inning. He throws ones over there again. And Urban is in time yet again. Be safe at first. Sperlin sees another one. That's going to be a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Urban still at first. Webster throws it in there. Sperlin's going to see another ball. 3 balls, 1 strike here. Webster's over the 40 pitch mark already on the afternoon. Webster throws it back over, and Urban is safe yet again. 4th time Webster has thrown it back over to first base to keep Urban over there. Webster is going to walk Sperlin there, back-to-back walks to start off the bottom of the 4th. Alec Flematak is going to walk up now into the box. He singled out his last time to start off the 3rd. No one is warming up in the Nighthawks bullpen, but the coaching staff is coming out to talk to Webster to try to calm him down, as he's already walked back-to-back batters here. Walked Urban with 4 straight pitches, and then walked Sperlin after throwing 1 strike, went for 4 straight balls. As there are a couple arms warming up in the Dixie State bullpen. Preston Hane has gone a solid 4 straight innings. 4 straight innings here. Webster gets ready with a pitch. No balls, no strikes, no outs here. 2 on. Here to start off with, Flematakis almost takes one to the face. Here he tried to put a little bunt, and that was a little high and mighty. Urban is at second with Sperlin at first. Urban does have speed. Sperlin's a little bigger, so he's not going to try to steal second. Though Urban's going to give the look, as he is trying to steal 3rd. Webster. He's going to step off and get both Urban and Sperlin back to the bags. Flematakis has got a 0-1 here. No balls, 1 strike. Webster throws it in there. Try to put a bunt down again, and that didn't work. Ready with the pitch. Flematakis tries to put a bunt down again. No, it's going to go as a ball again. Urban is at second. Sperlin's at first. And Flematakis is looking at 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs here at the bottom of the 4th. As Webster's going to throw it over, and Urban is going to be safe. Webster with 2 balls and 1 strike at Flemetakis. Throws it in there again, and Flemetakis trying to put a bunt down, and out goes a ball yet again. There's a arm warming up in the Nighthawks bullpen. Cannot tell the number. Webster is about reaching the 50 pitch mark here in this one. Webster, 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, 2 on. Flemetakis puts a bunt down and it'll go foul. Bunt will fly right into the Trailblazers bench. Again, a right-handed pitcher is warming up in the Nighthawks bullpen. Cannot tell the number. We're going to try to get that as fast as I can. Webster with 3 balls, 2 strikes here on Flemetakis, 2 on, no outs. Webster throws in there. He's going to walk Flemetakis, 3rd straight walk of the inning here. Jagan Levitt walking up, had a sacrifice bunt last time. Was able to get Flemetakis over from 1st to 2nd. And Flemetakis was able to score the run from there on out. He's got a grand opportunity here to give Dixie State a huge lead with just 1 swing of the bat. Webster throws it in there, and it's going to get down as a foul. Levitt foul one over to the Nighthawks bullpen there. Levitt behind the count now. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Bases are loaded here. Webster just throws it high and mighty outside. Urban is at 3rd, Sperlin is at 2nd, and Flemetakis is at 1st. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here. A grand opportunity for Dixie State to get more runs as they lead this game 2-1. Webster throws in there, and it's going to be a strike on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Webster throws it in there, and Levitt is going to single one over to 2nd. Will not get there in time, and Urban is going to score 1 run here to give Dixie State a 1 lead. Levitt is going to be safe at 1st. Rocco Ferrari tried to get over to 2nd in time to get Flemetakis out. It did not work, and everybody is safe. As Tyler Howell is in the box now with 1 ground out and 1 fly out here to start off this day. Again, no outs. Webster throws one in there. It's going to be a strike. Webster ahead of the count now. No balls, 1 strike. Everybody is safe. Everybody is safe. Bases are loaded. Webster throws it in there, and Hollow throws one over, and then he's going to get it over 2nd, and it's going to be an out. 2 outs as Parker Price is going to get credit for it. Parker Price and Rocco Ferrari are going to get credit for a double play there. Hollow smacked one right over to Price. Price caught it and threw it back over to Ferrari, who got the out at 2nd, was able to get Flemetakis out. Sperlin is still at 3rd, while Hollow is still at 1st. 2 outs here for Bryce Feist. Bryce Feist has had a fly out and a single earlier today with an RBI. Feist swings one, and it's going to fly back to the netting, and it's going to be foul. 3-1 is the lead for Dixie State here as they got an RBI single here. As Cooper Webster's got to fix his pants as Webster is reaching the 60 pitch mark here through already 4 innings. Feist steps off again. I wouldn't expect Sperling to still 3rd, but I would expect Hollow to still 2nd. Wouldn't make sense for Webster to stack off. And Hollow's going to take off, and he will. Excuse me, Jagan Levitt is at just stole base. I got that all wrong. Sperling is at 3rd, and Levitt is at 2nd. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here as Bryce Feist is going to swing out there and strike out. That is how the fourth inning is going to end, with Bryce Feist striking out. Dixie State did get one run over. They take a 3-1 lead here going into the top of the fifth. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 here as Dixie State leads this one 3-1 over the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene. Preston Hane is still the pitcher in here. He's been through 4 innings, only giving up 1 hit, 1 run in this one. There are a couple arms warming up in the Trailblazers bullpen, but I don't think Preston Hane is worried about that at all. Again, Preston only gave up 1 run today, 3 stolen bases, though that all came in the first, and since then, 3 straight scoreless innings for the Nighthawks. Have not been able to get anything going. As Sean Grandmon is going to walk up. He flew out his first at bat here on the second, as Hane is ready for the pitch. Goes in there, and it's going to be a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here at the top of the fifth. Hane. Check swing there by Grandmon. Sean Grandmon. Check swing there is 1 ball, 1 strike. Hane throws in there, and it's going to be another ball there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grandmon is going to fall to 3-1 behind in the count. Hane lines it up, and Grandmon just fouls that one off to the left side. 6th pitch at this at bat here. Hane lines it up, and Grandmon is going to fly that one all over to first. Braxton Ibsen is going to get off the ground and get credit for that one, as Larson Chapman, the designated hitter, grounded out his last time up at the top of the second. Is going to face Preston Hane here as he fouls one off and is going to get out of here. That's how the first pitch is going to go. It'll be Chapman and Johnson. Johnson on deck right now, and after that, Bennett, Chaba Rakari, something like that. Hane gets it in there. It's going to be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hane gets it in there, and he's going to get credit for that. Check swing there by Chapman, and the third base umpire called it a strike. Ben Johnson's going to walk up. He grounded out last time. 3 strikeouts already for Preston Hane in his debut for the Trailblazers. 2 strikes here, here for Ben Johnson and the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene. Going to get it in. It's going to be a strike on the first pitch. Hane throws it in there, and Johnson's going to foul that one off. If you're just tuning in, Bruce Hurst Field is the location for us. Dixie State versus Northwest Nazarene here on the men's baseball field. Dixie State is leading at 3-1 here just through the 5th. As Hane Johnson's going to single one out to Tyler Howell. Tyler Howell is going to come down, and that is how the inning is going to end here. 5 straight innings for Preston Hane, only giving up 1 run through those. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 1.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. A pitcher change for the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene here, as Bailey Daggio, the junior right-handed pitcher, is going to be the pitcher for the Nighthawks here, as Lance Pritchard is going to lead it off here. Lance Pritchard is going to lead it off. He had a number 9, Dylan Dylan Core, senior, is going to be the catcher now for the Nighthawks. Okay, Ben Johnson's day is over. As Lance Pritchard, single one all the way out to right field there, and it's calling. That'll be the first out here. Jake Engel, designated hitter today, is now stepping into the box. He had a double in the second and a single in the third. As Bailey Daggio is a pitcher now. He's already This guy here for Engel, and Engel swings one over to third base. Redford's going to get over to first, and that's going to be out there. 2 outs, 2 quick outs for Dixie State. Engel is flying down the line to get to first base. Braxton Ibsen's going to walk in now. Here as Dixie State still leads this game 3-1 with 3 runs, 6 hits for Dixie State up on the board. 2 runs came in the third and 1 came in the fourth. 1 run is the only run for the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene as Bailey Daggio, I'm going to learn how to say that name. Throwing a little high outside, and it's now behind the count as he's now going to get a strike in there. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs. Daggio is going to get one just a bit outside. There's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here for Dixie State here. Ooh. As Ibsen's going to fly one out over to right field. And that's how the inning's going to end. 2 flyouts, 1 ground out is how the bottom of the 5th is going to end for Dixie State here. Coming up at the top of the 6th, we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 1.3. Don't touch that dial.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. As we have a pitcher change for Dixie State as well. Number 16, Tyler Rosas, the senior right-handed pitcher, is now in here. Rosas, it's not a pitcher. Preston Hane went a solid 5 innings. 1, 2, 3, with 3 strikeouts and only giving up 1 earned run. With only walking one player today, and that was the leadoff in the first with Rocco Ferrari. Since then, Preston Hane gave Dixie State a good solid 5 innings. As now Tyler Rosas is going to take over here for the Trailblazers. Bennett Cabarachi is going to lead it off. For Northwest Nazarene. Rosas throws it in here, and it's going to be a ball on the first pitch. Bennett Cabarachi is leading off here. 1 strikeout earlier today. That was in the third. 1 of the 3 strikeouts by Hane today. That doesn't rhyme. As Rosas is looking to get some help here. No, he's going to get behind in the count with 3 balls, no strikes, with no outs here to start the top of the 6th. Tyler Rosas did not pitch last night. As Rosas looks here, gets a strike on the 4th pitch here. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. As Dixie State is still leading this game 3-1 with 6 hits for Dixie State and only 1 hit for the Nighthawks. Rosas. And Tabarachi's going to swing it over to right center field. And it's going to come down. Jagan Levitt is going to get credit for that. First out of the inning. Rocco Ferrari is going to come up now walked his first time up, then struck out in the third and has not been up since. Rocco Ferrari is the only player to get a run. He was the runner that got across the plate 4-9 Hawks today, and that was back in the first. As Rocco Ferrari is going to see a ball here. Number 8, Michael Holtz is on deck. He hasn't had a better day either. Rosas. It's behind the count with a 1-0, trying to get back even. Throws it in there. He's going to get a strike on that one. A little bit on the outside of the plate, but still got the credit for it. One ball, one strike, one out here at the top of the 6th. Rosas going to throw one high in the corner on the... And that's going to be a ball. One over to third, going to get over to first in time, and that's going to be the out there. Bryce Feist got that one there at third base, got over to Braxton Ibsen in time, and there's the second out. Michael Holtz coming up now. He grounded out of the first and flew out in the third. This Tyler Rosas is ready for the pitch. Throws it in there, and is going to get a strike on the first pitch. Rosas ready with the pitch. Johnson swings hard and mighty on that one. Excuse me, Michael Holtz swung hard and mighty on that one there. Infield's in a little bit more at third base and first base. They're in a little bit more kind of towards the grass line. As the outfield is in a little bit more too. As Holtz is going to swing one over to left field. That's going to get down. Holtz is going to try for 2. And he's going to get credit for a double there. Michael Holtz has given Northwest Nazarene something to work with here. And that's the only second hit for them in the day. Parker Price is going to come up now. He's got 2 ground outs earlier today. 1 in the first and 1 in the first. 2 outs here for Tyler Rosas with Parker Price on at bat. Holtz does have a good lead off at second. Rosas throws it in the dirt and it's going to land there, stay there. Sperling got ahead of it and make sure it didn't go nowhere. 1 ball, no strikes here. Rosas throws one and that's going to be in the dirt again. Sperling ahead of it again. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Tyler Rosas already reaching 15 pitches in this half inning here. As that one's going to go as a ball again, a little bit high there. Almost hit Parker Price. Rosas throws one in. That's going to be a ball as well. No, strike. Correcting myself there. Thought it was a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here for Tyler Rosas. Parker Price, the second baseman, is in at bat. Price gets it high, almost hits Parker. And that's going to be a walk there by Tyler Rosas. Kyle Redford singled and stole base in the first and grounded out in the fourth. As there is an arm warming up in the bullpen. Not sure whether they're going to take Rosas out here. It doesn't look like it. Looks like number 15, Jaden Jensen, the right-handed pitcher, warming up in the bullpen for the Trailblazers, the junior right-handed pitcher. As the pitching staff is coming out to talk to Tyler, try to calm him down. Tyler Rosas got himself gathered up here. 2 on, 2 out. Dixie State is leading this 3-1. Kyle Redford is in at bat. Rosas trying to get out of it in here, only allowing 2 on. Gave up a double to Holtz and gave up a walk. Give up a walk to Parker. Trying to get out of this inning with no damage. Rosas. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Rosas throws it in there. He's going to get for a strike. Rosas now with 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs still here at the top of the 6th. Rosas throws it in there, and Redford swings hard and mighty there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rosas ahead in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Redford will not swing at it. It's going to go as a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Redford. With Jesse Hilliard on deck. Rosas ready for the pitch. And Redford's going to swing one over to first base. He's going to get down. Holtz is going to come over to second. Pitch is over at home. Did he get him? No. Michael Holtz is going to be safe. Sperling thought he had him for a moment. He got away, got around Sperling, and still scored. What a crazy event there. Redford singled one over to first. Holtz went from second all the way to home. Sperling almost tagged him out. The throw from right field was on time. Sperling just couldn't make the tag there as the lead is now cut down to 1. Dixie State leads it 3-2 with Jesse Hilliard now in at bat. He out and a fly out has been his day today. Rosas ready with the pitch here. Hilliard's going to take a strike on the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs for Rosas. Rosas ready with the second pitch here. Throws it in, and it's going to be a strike again. Hilliard not happy with that second call. He thought it was a ball. Bryce Feist comes over and talks to Rosas to try to calm him down, maybe think of a play here. Pickoff move here to get Price off. Price is at the grass line off of third base. Rosas throws it in here, and Hilliard's going to get struck out here. Swing and a miss on that one. That is how the bottom of the 6th is going to end. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Dixie State has a 3-2 lead here at the bottom of the 6th here. Dixie State's got 3 runs, 6 hits, and Northwest Nazarene has 2 earned runs and 3 hits here as Cade Urban's going to walk up here. He walked up his last time in the 4th. Cade Urban's going to be in the box on the left side with Cade Sperling waiting on deck. Daggio is still the pitcher in for Northwest Nazarene. Again, Cade Urban grounded out in the 2nd and walked in the 4th. He was part of 3 straight walks by Webster in the 4th that led to Dixie State getting 1 run in the 4th. As Daggio throws it in there, and Urban swings and misses there. 2 balls, 1 strike to start off this at bat. Urban's going to take one in the dirt here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Daggio throws one in there and is going to get called for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here for Cade Urban. And Cade Urban's going to walk yet again here. 2nd straight walk for Cade Urban. Cade Sperling is going to walk up now. He struck out in the 2nd and was part of 3 straight walks in the 4th. He also walked. Urban has not stolen a base, but he does have speed. And he can sting. Daggio throws one in there. It's going to be a ball. Sperling is now ahead in the count with a 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. He's going to take another ball there. 2 balls and no strikes. As there is an arm warm-up in the Northwest Nazarene bullpen. Number 25, Jalen Furman, who was out yesterday, is warming up in the bullpen for the Nighthawks. Daggio throws in there. It's going to be another ball there. Dylan Cure is walking to Daggio and try to calm him down, try to give him a game plan here as he has 3 balls, no strikes, and no outs. Already walked. Urban here is at threat of walking Sperling as well, with Alec Flemitakis on deck. Daggio ready with the pitch here. And he's going to get called for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs here for Dixie State here. Cade Urban is in at first. He's got a little lead off there at first. Sperlin has got 3 balls and 1 strike with no outs. Daggio is going to walk Sperlin, and that's the 2nd straight walk of the inning. Alec Flemitakis is going to now walk into the box. Flemitakis singled in the 3rd and walked in the 4th. That has been his lineup today. Pinch runners are coming in for Dixie State. Number 2, Kate Cloward is going to go at 2nd. And number 30, Brody Clifford, the senior, is going to go to 1st. This is now Northwest Nazarene is going to take a moment here to walk to the mound and discuss the game plan. Kate Cloward and Brody Clifford can steal bases. They have enough speed to get around. If Flemitakis can put it in play, just get it over the pond, this could be trouble for the Nighthawks. Furman is still warming up in the bullpen for the Nighthawks, as they look like they're going to make the pitching change here. Jalen Furman is going to come out of the bullpen for the Nighthawks here, and Bailey Daggio day is over. Pitched an inning in the 3rd, walked 2 batters, and that's all he did today. Furman pitched in last night's game. Jalen Furman pitched about 2, I believe it was 2.5 in the 3rd innings. 2 solid innings for Northwest Nazarene last night, as he'll take his time and moment to warm up here. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Dixie State leads Northwest Nazarene here 3-2 at the bottom of the 6th inning here. Pitchers change here for Northwest Nazarene. Jalen Furman has come in for the Nighthawks here as Alex Flemitakis has 2 on base. Kate Cloward, the senior, is on at 2nd, and Brody Clifford is on at 1st, both coming in to pinch run. Flemitakis has a golden opportunity here to get a couple more runs on the board for the Trailblazers. Furman throws it in there and is going to get a ball on the 1st pitch. No outs here at the bottom of the 6th for the Trailblazers, and 2 on safe. Both can run and steal bases. Cloward's got a little bit of a lead off at 2nd, nothing too serious, as both the 3rd baseman and 1st, as Flemitakis is going to fly it up, and Sean Grandman is going to make the out there. I was going to say before that, both 3rd base and 1st base are at about the grass line here, trying to prevent any sacrifice bunts to get anybody over, and they're still kind of playing shallow up to the grass line here. Grandman up to the grass line, and Redford is stepping away from it. Ferrari over at second, a little bit closer there, as Furman has 1 out here with 2 on. As Jugman is going to get a foul there. Jugman Levitt grabbed it out in the 3rd and singled in the 4th and stole base there as well. Is working with 1 out and 1 strike. Furman, no balls, 1 strike, 1 out here, with Dixie State clinging on to a 3-2 lead. Levitt's going to check swing there, and it's going to fall as a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here at the bottom of the 6th. Furman throws it in there, and Cloward goes over. Grandman gets over. He's going to... Juggin Levitt is going to be safe on at 1st. Northwest Nazarene is going to come out and challenge that. They're saying he was out. Grant says he got over to the bag in time and got Levitt out. Northwest Nazarene's manager is going to come on and try to talk to the umpires about this one. Everybody's safe for the moment, and there's only one out here at the bottom of the 6th. It was a bit of a weird play. Furman and Grandman went running over to the bag, and Levitt tried to get there as fast as he could as he grounded it out to first. Grandman ran over, almost basically fell on the ground and tagged the bag, and he thought he got Levitt out. As the call is gonna stand, everybody's safe, bases are loaded, and Tyler Hollow is coming up with an opportunity to extend the lead. Tyler Hollow, if I correct myself there, 2 ground outs and a fly out today. That has been his day today. Grounded out in the 1st, grounded out in the 4th, and flew out in the 3rd. Bases are loaded here with only 1 out still at the bottom of the 6th. Furman throws it in there. It's going to be a ball on the first call. And Hollow is going to look at a strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 3-2 is the lead for Dixie State here. Bases are loaded. Cade Clowers at 3rd. Brody Clifford's at 2nd. And Jagan Levitt is at 1st. Furman in here in a little jam. Hollow does not go on that one. And Clower was testing Dylan Cure there to see whether he was going to go or not. Clower got a good lead off there, 3rd, did not go for it. Hollow is looking at 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Furman throws it in there, and Hollow's going to swing it, going to ground that over to 2nd. Parker, and that's going to be an out. 6-4-3 double play is going to end the inning here. Rocco Ferrari over to Parker Price, back over to Grandman, and that's how the inning's going to end. 3-2 is the lead here for Dixie State. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Don't touch that dial.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 here. We're live at Bruce Hurst Field today as there's a good tight ball game between Northwest Nazarene, the Nighthawks, and the Trailblazers of Dixie State here. Tyler Rosas is still the pitcher here for the Trailblazers as they cling on to a 3-2 lead. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Trailblazers, 2 runs, 3 hits for the Nighthawks here. Tanner Harper is going to come in as catcher, and Cade Clower is going to go to center field. Offensive changes for Dixie State. Sean Grandmont is going to lead it off for the Nighthawks. Cade Clower and Brody Clifford came in a pinch run for Kate Urban and Case Sperlin. So now there's some defensive changes here as Rojas is in. What a ball there. 1-0 is the count here with no outs. Clower goes to center field, shifts over a little bit to his right side, and now Tanner Harper is in as catcher. He came in yesterday to replace Stutzman yesterday. Brandon Stutzman was a catcher, and Tanner Harper came in to replace him again. Back-to-back days for Tanner Harper. Rosas swings, and Grandmont is going to get one down. He's going to go over to the left field. Grandmont is going to stay at first, and he's going to get a single here to start off the 7th. Larson Chapman is going to walk up to the plate now with no outs, and Grandmont over at first. Grandmont's got a little bit of a lead off at first. Don't know whether he's going to test Rojas or not. Jaden Jensen is warming up in the bullpen for the Trailblazers. Rojas facing a 1-0 here as Larson Chapman is going to get back over to get a little ground out. Braxton Ibsen is not. No, it's going to call it a foul ball. It looked like Ibsen was about to get a double play there. The ball went foul. 1 ball, 1 strike here for Rosas. Rosas throws it in here, and Grandmont's going to get away. Steal second. No, it's going to go as a foul. It's Chapman just got a little bit of it off his bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Will Grandman try to steal second again? We're about to see. Grandma still has a good lead off of first. Rojas is looking over there. Has not decided whether to throw a pickoff there or not. Will not. And Chapman's going to fly it up here to the right side. And Ibsen's going to grab it up and get the out. Dylan Cure, who replaced Ben Johnson earlier today, first at bat for him. As there's going to be discussion. Not sure whether they're going to go to the bullpen and call Jensen. And it looks like they are. Jaden Jensen's going to come in now as Tyler Rosas' day is over. Rosas is going to end his day with an inning and a third. Inning and a third worked for him and got 1 strikeout and 1 walk and gave up only 1 run. Jaden Jensen, the junior right-handed pitcher on this team, is taking a few warm-up pitches. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Bruce Hurst Field, where Dixie State, the Trailblazers, are taking on Northwest Nazarene, the Nighthawks, here in a good tight game. As it's 3-2 here with Trailblazers leading it. They have 3 runs, 7 hits so far through 7 innings, while the Nighthawks have 2 runs, 4 hits, and the night is starting to go down. The sun is starting to pin away here. Jaden Jensen is now the pitcher for the Trailblazers. Tyler Rosas gave the Trailblazers an inning and a third today. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 1 run. And Preston Hane pitched earlier today. He gave the Trailblazers a solid 5 innings, 3 strikes, 1 walk, and 1 earned run in that as well. Dylan Cure is going to be up at bat, his first at bat of the day. He's got 1 out, and Grandmont at first. As there's an arm warming up in the bullpen for the Trailblazers. Jensen looks over at first. Will he throw it over there? No. Throw it in, and Grandmont's going to take off the second, and he's going to get in there safe. Grandmont's going to steal second base. Good steal there by Grandmont. He went on when Harper lost it in the dirt and had a good lead off there. As he's now at second base, only 180 feet away from home. 3-2 is the lead for the Trailblazers here. Jensen, third pitch in, and he's going to get a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here to start the top of the 7th. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jensen in there with a strike again. Cure did not like that last call there. Jensen lines it up and fouls it off. Jensen already with 6 pitches at this at bat. Jensen, and Cure is going to foul it back off over to the net. It hit one of the poles on the right side. As there's 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out. Grandmont over at second. Jensen trying to keep him there. Jensen throws it in there, and Cure is going to strike out there. Grandma's going to go over to third, and he's going to stay in there and safe. As Harper threw it over to first to get the out. Now Bennett Tabakari is now at bat. Tabarachi. Bennett Tabarachi's had 1 strikeout here in the 3rd and a flyout in the 6th. That is how his day has gone so far. Jensen throws it in there, and Tabarachi's going to take a strike. Grandmont is 90 feet away from tying this game up. Jensen throws it in there, and Grandmont with another leadoff, and 2 strikes are right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jensen ahead in the count. Jensen ready for the pitch. Grandmont thinks about it, and no. Grandmont's going to get over. He's going to score. And Grandmont is going to tie this game up at 3. Bennett Tabarachi struck out but got away from it because it got away from Harper. It went down the line and got safe to first. Rocco Ferrari's up now with a chance to keep the Nighthawks alive. Grandmont took advantage of the ball getting past Harper and went home and stole home and is now tied this game up to 3-3. Tabarachi's got a good lead off. As Rocco Ferrari is going to see a strike here on the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Game is tied up at 3. Ferrari walked in the first, had the run there, struck out in the third, and grounded out in the 6th. Jensen already at the 15 pitch mark. Throws it in there, and Ferrari's going to take another strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the same situation we were in just a moment ago. Can Jensen get it across the plate and get the out? And Rocco Ferrari's going to swing it over to third, and that is how this inning is going to end, with a throw over to second. Dixie State, Northwest Nazarene are tied up at 3. We're here going to take a stretch here. Now it's the bottom of the 7th here. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Bruce Hurst Field, where Dixie State Trailblazers and the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene are all tied up at 3-all here. Dixie State's got 3 runs, 7 hits in this game, while the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks got 3 runs and 4 hits. Jalen Furman is still in as pitcher for the Nighthawks here at the bottom of the 7th. Bryce Feist is going to lead it off for the Trailblazers here. Last inning, a 6-4-3 double play ended the inning with Tyler Howell on the recipient of that one. There seems to be a little pause here. Third baseman looking like he was looking down at the Northwest Nazarene dugout, as Furman's going to throw it in there, and Feist try to put a bunt down. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here early for Bryce Feist, as Furman's ready with the pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Furman swings it. It's going to go as foul there. No balls, 2 strikes. Going to stay the same. Feist fouled that one off to the left side. As Furman is ready with the second pitch. Furman. And Feist is going to swing out there. Strikeout there for Furman. Lane Pritchard is now walking up. Has had 2 singles and a fly today. Single came in the first and single came in the third, and a fly out in the 5th. As Pritchard's going to take a ball here on the first one. Throws it in there and is going to be in the dirt again. 2-0 is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Furman throws it in there and it's going to be another ball there. Furman. And he's going to walk Pritchard here. And it's going to put Jake Engel in an opportunity here for the Trailblazers. Jake Engels had a good day today. He doubled in the second, singled in the third, but had a ground out in the 5th. Has another opportunity here to give Dixie State the lead, as he did last night in the bottom of the 6th with the home run. It was a go-ahead run for Dixie State. 3-3 is the tie here. Furman looking over to first base, making sure. As Pritchard's going to take off, and he's going to call him out. Lane Pritchard tried to steal second and got called out there. Pritchard went on a good pitch there, thought he could get it past Cure and could not do it. Now Engel's looking at 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, as he's going to try to make some magic, and he does. He's going to get a single over to left field, and Engel's going to be safe at first. That's his 3rd hit of the afternoon. Braxton Ibsen, first baseman today, has had a rough day. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. He's going to try to keep this inning alive, as the first base and the third base umpire are speaking upon each other. Not sure why, as I believe they now have everything sorted out, and we can play ball. Ibsen ready for the pitch here, as Furman has 2 outs, but Engel is on at first. Furman throws it in there. It's going to be a Ball on the first one. 1-0 is the count. As the next pitch is another ball there. 2 balls, no strikes. Cade Clower is on deck for the Trailblazers. Followed by that is Tanner Harper. As Northwest Nazarene is going to take a moment here to bring out their pitching staff. It looks like they're going to go to the bullpen, maybe. There's an arm is warming up in there. It's number 27, Greg Casper. And Dixie State is looking like they're going to warm up a couple arms as well. Umpires come out to tell them, hey, enough time here, let's get back to playing ball. As Braxton Ibsen is still in at bat. Hopefully he can get something going here as Engel's in at first. Engel has a little bit of a lead off there at first. Furman is going to try to make sure he stays there. Ibsen's going to take another ball there. It's going to be 3 balls and no strikes. Furman's going to throw it in there, and it's going to be another ball. Engel had a single, and now Ibsen's going to walk. Now we have another pinch hitter here. Number 8 for Dixie State, Wyatt Branch, the senior infielder. And Northwest Nazarene is going to go to their bullpen. Number 27, Greg Casper, is going to come out of the bullpen. As Furman's day is over, as he came in for an inning and a third as well. Inning and 2/3, excuse me. As he had 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Today, Furman's day is over. With an inning and 2/3. Greg Casper, now the pitcher here for Dixie State. He's going to take up some warm-up pitches. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Bruce Hurst Field as Dixie State and Northwest Nazarene are tied up in a here 3-3. Here is the standoff as Greg Casper, the senior right-handed pitcher, is now in as the pitcher for the Nighthawks here. 4th pitcher of the day for the Nighthawks here. Webster went 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 3 runs. Then Daggio went an inning and a third, and Furman went an inning and 2/3 after that. Let's see how long Casper can last here. As Engel's on at second and Ibsen's on at first. Engel got there with a single here in this inning, and Ibsen was walked. Now pinch hitting for Cade Clower is Wyatt Branch. Wyatt going to try to give Dixie State the lead here, something, anything. As there's 3 runs and 8 hits for the Trailblazers today. As Branch is going to take a ball there to start off with. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here for Casper. As now one of the umpires is talking to Casper probably about his motion. Something maybe Casper did that he's warning him if he does it again, it'll be a balk. The umpires are coming out. The manager for Northwest Nazarene has come out, talk to the head umpire to figure out what's going on. Wouldn't that be interesting if the next play was to be a balk? That would load up the bases. That would put Tanner Harper in a position for him to get some runs in here for Dixie State. As Tanner Harper replaced Cade Sperlin earlier today in the game. As Casper took a warm-up, and now he is arguing with the umpire still about his motion. And the umpire is still telling him, you can't do this. You were doing that at first. And now everything's just confused here as we're still at the bottom of the 7th here and a tied ball game. Branch. As Branch is going to get one over to first, and it's going to go out as a ground out. Wyatt Branch is going to end the inning here for the Trailblazers here. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more. Don't touch that dial.
Hi, Mom. Is Claire's birthday party today? Me again, Mom. Where did I put my history book? Hi. Sorry, forgot one last thing. Sometimes it's hard to concentrate. At school, I start looking out the window, and then I forget what I was supposed to be thinking about. I know it seems like I don't care, but I do. It's just difficult for me. Love you, Mom. Bye.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive. Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 here at Bruce Hurst Field as Dixie State and Northwest Nazarene are tied up in a tight ball game here. 3-3 is a tied game as there will be another game right on after this one here. Jake Brown, the left fielder, is going to be in the left field as every other position is still the same. Ibsen's at first. Ibsen, Tanner, Harper. Ibsen, Hollow is still going to be at second. Feist is still going to be at third. Pritchard is still at right field. Engel is still the designated hitter. Ibsen is still at first. Jake Brown now comes out as outfield as Wyatt Branch replaced who was the pinch hitter. Alec Flematakis is still going to be as shortstop. Tanner Harper is still the catcher, and Jagan Levitt is still at center field. Jensen is still the pitcher here with no balls, no strikes, no outs here at the top of the eighth. Jensen throws it in there and is going to get a ball on the first one. 1 ball, no strikes. Just about to reach the 2 o'clock hour here in St. George as Jensen's going to get a favorable call on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here for Jensen. Jensen gets it in. It's going to get a swing and a strike there by Holtz. Holtz had a ground out, a fly, and a double. Double in the 6. Jensen does not get it there. A little bit of a check swing. And it's going to be a 2-2 on the count. Jensen ready with the pitch. It's going to be high there. Jensen ready with the 6th pitch of this at bat. Jensen. That's going to go over us here in the box. That one flies out here into the parking lot. Jensen ready for the 7th pitch at bat here. Jensen throws it in, and Holtz is going to go over to third. He's going to get back. And got him in time. Ibsen got him in time. Holtz looking around saying, was that a right call? But that is a call as Parker Price is not going to be in at bat. As Parker Price had 2 ground outs and a walk earlier today. Grounded out in the 1st, grounded out in the 4th, and walked in the 6th. Jensen's going to get in there for a strike here. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here at the top of the 8th. Jensen gets another swing, gets another pitch in there. It's going to be another strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Jensen gets it in, and that one's going to go over to shortstop. Rashford waiting for the 2nd pitch as Jensen throws it back over to first, and Parker Price is going to get back there in time. Jensen is ready with the pitch. Jensen throws it over, and it's going to be another ball. 2 balls. Jensen ready for the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. He's got to get another one there as a ball. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out here at the top of the 8th. Jensen ready with the pitch. And that's going to be in the dirt. It's going to get past Harper. Parker thinking about going to third. No, he won't go there. He'll stay at second. as Redford was walked on that one. Jesse Hilliard coming up with an opportunity to give Northwest Nazarene the lead here. Parker Price is 180 feet away from home. Sean Grandmon is on deck. It's hard to say his last name. I have to say like 3 syllables, Sean Grandmon. But Jesse Hilliard is in here. Hilliard with an opportunity to give Dixie State the lead. Grant Jensen throws it in there, and Hilliard takes a huge swing and a miss. 0-1 here with 1 out. Jensen steps off and gets both Parker and Redford back to the bags. Redford. And Hilliard, is going to be safe at first, and Parker Price is going to come home and give Northwest Nazarene the lead. Jesse Hilliard's going to get credit for a single RBI. Sean Gramon's now going to walk up with 2 on, 1 out here as Jesse Jensen is starting to show some wear and tear. Second time today that Northwest Nazarene has led the day. As Jensen gets 1 in here. Single RBI is what gives Northwest Nazarene the lead here, 4-3. As Grandma's going to swing and is going to fall as well. At the same time, 1-0 is the count here. 1-1 is the count now. So I correct myself. Grandma. Opportunity to keep Northwest Nazarene alive in this inning as they have 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Dixie State has 3 runs and 8 hits, no errors as well. Redford thinking about stealing, no. Grandma gets a foul, and Redford is still going to go home as safe there. Northwest Nazarene extends the lead to 5. 5-3 is the lead now. Jesse Hilliard is going to be at third. Tanner Harper lost the ball there. Thought it was just a typical foul ball, and the umpires didn't say so. And then Kyle Redford went from second to home and scored another run. 5-3 is the lead for Northwest Nazarene. Grandmont still in at bat, and he's going to get one over to right field. That one's going to be thrown back in, and Jesse Hilliard is going to be safe. Grandma's going to get credit with a sacrifice fly RBI. Northwest Nazarene leads this game now at 6-3 here to start off. As number 26, Henry Tentinger is going to get a crack at bat here as he's going to replace Larson Chapman as the sub, but that's not going to matter anymore as the inning is over here as 3 outs have gone by. Northwest Nazarene leads this game 6-3. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we're here at the bottom of the 8th inning here as Northwest Nazarene has a commanding 6-3 lead here. 6 runs, 6 hits for them as they had 3 runs in that top of the 8th there. Dixie State has 3 runs, 8 hits in this one. They're going to try to eat up into this lead here as Tanner Harper is up at bat, and then Alex Flematakis will follow him on deck. Greg Casper, the senior right-handed pitcher, still in as a pitcher for Northwest Nazarene. Maybe Casper will turn into a friendly ghost and give Dixie State something to work with. Tanner Harper has not had an at-bat. This is his first at-bat, and he swings a hard one over to left field, and that's going to be caught down. That's going to be the first out. Alec Flematakis is going to come up. He singled in the 3rd, walked in the 4th, and flew out in the 6th. Michael Holtz in left field got credit for that out. Casper throws it in there, and it's going to go off the glove there, but it's going to be a ball. Casper's going to get 2 balls there and 1 out here, quick out here already, as Harper flew 1 out to left field, and that was the first out of this half inning. Casper Gets it in there. It's going to be a strike there. Flementok is looking at 2 balls and 1 strike and a 1 out. Down 6-3 here at the bottom of the 8th. Flementok is looking at 3 balls and 1 strike. That's Casper. He's going to get walked there. He's going to walk Flementakis, and he's going to take first base. Jagan Levitt is going to come on now. He grounded a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd, single stole base in the 4th, and singled off in the 6th. As there's one warming up in the Dixie State bullpen. Cannot tell the number this very minute, but I'll try to get that number as soon as I can, as Casper gets a strike in there to start off towards Levitt. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here at the bottom of the 8th. As Casper's going to throw one there, and it's going to be a ball. Chandler Greenfield is the one that's warming up, the senior right-handed pitcher for the Trailblazers. Levitt looking at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Down 6-3. Levitt gets one in. Is going to get over 3rd base. Flementok is going to stay at 2nd. Levitt is going to stay at 1st. And number 24, Tyler Hollow, is going to come up now. Tyler Hollow has had himself a pretty, shall we say, a day he doesn't want to remember. He's grounded out in the 1st, flew out in the 3rd, grounded out in the 4th, and was part of a 6-4-3 double play in the 6th. Hollow trying to make that up here to probably either chip into this lead, as he is the tying run at home for the moment. Flementakis is at 2nd. He's 180 feet away from home. And Levitt is at 1st. Casper, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. And going to be another ball there. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Casper throws it in there. It's going to be a strike on the 3rd call. Hollow thought it was going to be a ball. It ended up being a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Bottom of the 8th. Dixie State trying to get something here before the top of the 9th. Casper throws it in there, and Hollow's going to get one over at 2nd base. Flementakis is going to come home and score, and now the lead is 6-4 for Northwest Nazarene. Jagan Levitt is going to stay at 2nd, and Tyler Hollow has just made it a 2-run game. 6-4 is the lead with Bryce Feist at bat. He is 1 for 4 today. Single in the 3rd. He had a sacrifice fly in the 1st and 2 strikeouts. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 7th. Casper is going to get a strike on the 1st call. Casper going to throw it in the dirt there. Casper's got 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. 6-4 is the lead for Northwest Nazarene, as Feist is going to get involved in the double play there. Casper's going to throw it off to 2nd, and then Rocco Ferrari is going to throw it back over to 1st, and that is how the inning is going to end. 6-4 is the lead for Dixie State, for Northwest Nazarene. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Senior right-handed pitcher Chandler Greenfield is now in as a pitcher for Dixie State after Jaden Jensen got an inning and 2/3 work done here. Inning and 2/3, Jensen had 2 strikeouts and a walk, and also gave up an earned run in that one as well. Gave up 3 earned runs. Gave up 4 earned runs. Let me check myself there. 4 earned runs were off of Jensen there in that one. This is now the top of the 9th here. 6-4 is the lead for Northwest Nazarene over the Trailblazers Dixie State. Dylan Cure walking up now. Struck out in the 7th. Let's see what Greenfield can do to get out of this inning real quick. So he gets a strike there on that first one. Greenfield throws in the second one and is off the bat of Cure. And it's going to get over in time. Feist is going to get over in time to Ibsen. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Bennett Tabarachi is going to come up to bat. He has 2 strikeouts, but he was safe on the last one. As Tabarachi swings one over the left field and is going to get down in time for a out. 1 quick ground out, 1 quick fly out, and Rocco Ferrari's up now. As Rocco Ferrari had a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out earlier today. He had a ground out in the 6th. That's the last time up at bat. Greenfield throws it in here. Gets a ball there on the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. As Rocco Ferrari is going to swing at the first one. As the third pitch here is going to be a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here for Greenfield. Trying to get out of it, top of the 9th here, easy and quick. As Rocco Ferrari is going to hit that one up, and that's going to be the last out here. Jake Brown went over, had 2 of them today. 2 flyouts, 1 ground out is how the top of the 9th is going to end here for the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more. Let's scratch that. I'm going to stay here live on the air. As we're just going to keep this moving on. We're at the bottom of the 9th here. Greg Casper is still as pitcher here for the Nighthawks. He's going to try to finish this off with a 6-4 lead here. 4 runs, 10 hits is the lineup. For Dixie State. 2 runs came in the 3rd, 1 run came in the 4th, 1 run came in the 8th. 6 runs, 6 hits is what was for Northwest Nazarene. As they had 1 run in the 1st, 1 run in the 6th, 1 run in the 7th, 3 runs in the 8th, and now they're here at the lead. Lane Pritchard is now at bat. He had 2 singles, a fly, and a walk earlier today. Trying to keep Dixie State alive, trying to get on base. As there's a 1-0 start to this one, with Casper still in as a pitcher for Northwest Nazarene. Casper is going to get a strike there. 1-1 is the call. Casper. 2 balls, 1 strike is behind in the count here. Pritchard waiting. He's going to foul one off. He's going to get out to the dugout. It will foul. Redford didn't get there in time. They got between him and Grandmont. Pritchard is still going to stay alive here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The lead is 6-4 for Northwest Nazarene. Pritchard. Did that hit? Doesn't look like it hit Pritchard. As Casper threw it in there, it looked like it almost did. I thought for a moment it did. Pritchard. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Casper tries to get it in, and Pritchard's going to get one off the shortstop. Ferrari going to try to get it over. Safe. Lance Pritchard is going to be safe at first. Lance Pritchard is going to be safe at first. And it's going to keep Dixie State alive here. As Jake Engel now comes up too. He's had 2 singles and a double today, including a ground out. No outs. Here's Engel's going to take one in the dirt and got away, and Pritchard's going to get over to second, and he's going to be safe at second. Pritchard is 180 feet away from home. Jake Engel again. A double in the 2nd, a single in the 3rd, and a ground out in the 5th, but a single in the 7th. It's been his day. Casper trying to finish this off, has no outs, has a 1-0 count here, 1 ball, no strikes. Casper throws it there. It's going to be in the dirt again. 2 balls, no strikes coming up. 2 dirt balls. 1 got away from Cure, and that's what got Pritchard over from 1st to 2nd. Pritchard. As Engel's going to get one over to 3rd. Pritchard's going to stay at 2nd. And Cure is... Redford tried to get over to Grandmont. Grandmont could not get it. And Engel is safe at first. Pritchard represents the 1 run that can cut this lead. as Braxton Ibsen comes up. Braxton Ibsen has had a rough day today. 2 flyouts, a strikeout, and a walk. As there's a discussion now to try to figure out what the plan is. As Pritchard is at second, I can cut this lead down to 1. Engel is a tie-in run at first. Pritchard, if he gets a good swing here, maybe can tie this game up and force extra innings. As there is an arm warming up in the bullpen, it looks to be Brandon Bonner. If the opportunity comes up, Casper. As Ibsen tried to put a bunt down and it didn't work. As number 33, Jake Brown, is going to come up now. Try to keep Dixie State alive as there's only 1 out here. Bonner came in yesterday with the save, second save of the season. Close out the top of the 9th. Not sure why he would bring a closer in. We got a tie ball game if we were to get to that point. We still got to get 2 runs on the board before we can talk about that. 6-4 is the lead here. Casper's got 1 out. Jake Brown is at first at bat. Brown is going to take one in the dirt. It's going to be a 1-0. Casper's looking at the umpire like, why did you call that a ball? Casper, get it in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Pritchard's on at second. That can represent a run to cut this lead down to 1. Engel's on at first. That is the representative of a tie-in run. Casper does a little pickoff and gets both them back, as he is still under some scrutiny from one of the umpires looking at his formation to make sure he doesn't balk. As Tanner Harper is on deck. As Brown is going to get one over and it gets away. Brown is going to be out at first. Bryce Parker tried to get a double play there, could not gather it up. And now Tanner Harper is the last life for the Trailblazers. Engel's at second. Pritchard's at third. If Harper was to get a good swing here, hit it into one of the gaps, most definitely Engel does have enough speed to get home and tie this game up. And now Northwest Nazarene takes the time out here to discuss something. Tanner Harper up now. He had a flyout in the 8th. That's the only one he's had on the lineup today. He replaced Cade Spertling, who had 2 walks and a strikeout. Tanner Harper can put the Trailblazers in a tie here or a go ahead as Casper gets a 1-0 count here. Tanner gonna swing in the dirt, and it's gonna be a miss there. 1-1 with 2 outs. Tanner Harper facing Greg Casper. And Harper's going to get one over to shortstop. Ferrari dropped it, gets it over, and no, it won't be in time. 6-5 is the lead now as Lane Pritchard got home. And now Alex Flematakis has got an opportunity to tie this game. Alex Flematakis, 6-5 is the lead now for Northwest Nazarene. Casper gets it in there. It's going to be a strike. Engel is at third base. He represents the tying run. Takis could do something here as Harper represents the go-ahead run. That ball is going to get in the dirt, and Engel's not going to test that. If that would have got behind Cure over to one of the dugouts, that would have been the tying run there. Flematakis looking at a 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Excuse me, 2 outs. Casper, Flematakis is going to foul one off. Flematakis is up with Jagan Levitt on deck, if that is a possibility here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dixie State down to the last strike. Cure gets it, and that's the end of the game here. Northwest Nazarene is going to hang on to win this one. 6-5 is the final here. Greg Casper is going to get credit for the win. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. We're going to wrap all this up here in just a few minutes here. Again, take a 30-second timeout on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we're going to wrap this one up here at Bruce Hurts Field. Northwest Nazarene hangs on to win a very close one here. 6-5 is the win over Dixie State. Northwest Nazarene is going to go 1-1 on the year, while Dixie State dropped to 4-2. A good game between these both teams. It went back and forth between each other. First inning, Preston Hane gave up one run in the first. That made it 1-0 for Northwest Nazarene. That would be the last time until the 8th inning. We're going to get to that in just a second here. That would be the last time Northwest Nazarene would lead the game. After that, Dixie State put up 2 runs in the third. That was off a couple singles and a couple sacrifice bunts. That was off a double and a fly, and that was able to get 2 runs. That was able to get no runs. In the third, we had a few singles and a couple sacrifice bunts, and that was able to get the runs in. That was to give Dixie State the 2-1 lead. In the fourth, there was another struggle. 3 straight walks and a stolen base and a single. That was able to get Dixie State the lead there as they went up 3-1. They would keep that lead for a while until the 6th, and then that's when Northwest Nazarene started eating up into that lead with a couple doubles, with a couple walks, just a lot of just little itty-bitty things that were able to eat into that lead. They were able to keep that lead all the way until the 9th, and that's when the bat started to come alive for Dixie State. A couple singles and a sacrifice and a single and a strikeout is how the game will end. Greg Casper going to get credit for the win, and Jaden Jensen is going to get credit for the loss here between Dixie State and Northwest Nazarene. So name a player of the game would have to go to Casper. Greg Casper of Northwest Nazarene was able to get through 2 1/3 innings to close out the game to win the game for Northwest Nazarene. A good game by them today. Definitely Dixie State will take the split series. 1 win for Dixie State, 1 win for Northwest Nazarene. That is how this series is going to go. Stick around here. We're not going to have the live coverage of this, but Cal State Los Angeles and Dixie State are going to be back on the diamond field in about 45 minutes here. Then after that, Colorado Mesa and Cal State Los Angeles are going to match up after that as well. Good games are still going to be going on here at Bruce Hurts Field here today. Again, 6-5 is the win for Northwest Nazarene over Dixie State. Thank you for listening to Radio Dixie 91.3. I do appreciate you guys. We will have live coverage of the women's and men's basketball games later tonight, where women's and men's basketball team of Dixie State are going to be taking on Colorado Mesa. We'll have the live coverage of both of those games coming up here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Again, I do appreciate you guys listening. Have yourselves a good night.